Your stand-up starts at 9:15. It is 9:31. The fourth person is still explaining a ticket nobody else touches, and every laptop in the circle is already open. The real work starts after. That is the tell. The ritual survived and the function died. A stand-up is not a meeting where a team reports upward. It is 15 minutes to find what is blocked and get it a name before the day starts. If the circle ends and nobody can name a cleared path, you did not run a stand-up. You attended a morning broadcast. A cargo cult stand-up keeps the shape and loses the clearing. Same circle, same daily invite, same going around the room, and nothing gets unstuck. There are 3 tells. Who it serves. A working stand-up exists so the day can move. A cargo cult stand-up exists so somebody who is not in the room can feel informed. What ends it? A working stand-up ends when the last person speaks, inside 15 minutes. A cargo cult stand-up ends when somebody has to leave for another meeting. Who it is spoken toward. A working stand-up is spoken to the people who can unblock you. A cargo cult stand-up is performed toward the most senior person on the call. If your update would land better as 3 lines in a channel, you are in the second one. Write those 3 tells on the wall once, and the room will start catching itself. Pause here. This rail is the whole practice. Everyone walks the same 3 stops against 1 sprint goal, and nothing else gets on the rail. Stop 1. What did I finish yesterday that moved the goal? Not what I touched, what moved. Stop 2. What am I finishing today toward that same goal? Stop 3. What is blocking me or about to? Then the track ends. Anything that is not one of those 3 stops is a parking lot topic, and the parking lot meets afterward with only the people it belongs to. Post the sprint goal before the first update, or the updates have nothing to attach to. Stop 3 is where most stand-ups die, so it gets its own rule. A blocker gets routed, not solved. The circle is for naming ownership. The hallway is for debugging. Routed sounds like this. The API key is blocked. Priya owns the chase. She reports back by noon. 11 seconds. Solved in the circle sounds like this. Well, which environment? Did you check the vault? Let me share my screen. Now 5 people are watching 2 people debug. The circle names the blocker and its owner. The 2 people who actually care meet at 9:32. If the room keeps solving, the rail becomes a war room and the day never starts. Watch one morning. 6-person product team, mid-sprint. Goal is the checkout flow for new users. 9:15 sharp, and the clock starts whether or not the last person joined. The goal goes up first, so every update has something to attach to. 2 engineers name merges that moved checkout. The third names a blocked API key. The facilitator hands the key to the tech lead, and the rail keeps moving, because the circle does not follow a blocker off the rail. Design wants to argue button copy, and that goes to the parking lot at 9:30 with only the product owner. 9:28, done. 13 minutes. Every person left knowing the goal, their next finish line, and who owned the 1 blocked path. 3 leaks turn that rail back into a broadcast. Spectators. Every invited observer adds 1 more person to perform for. Silence. Nothing new hides a stall until Friday, when it is expensive. Depth. 1 honest question becomes a design review because nobody owns the clock. Spot any of those 3 twice in a week and fix the invite list or the clock before you blame the team. None of the fixes need permission. 3 of them fit on a calendar invite and a pinned message. Protect the rail the same way you protect a release window. 3 moves for Monday. Put a 15-minute hard stop on the invite and let it actually end the meeting. Pin the 3 stops where the stand-up happens, so the shape stops being folklore. Move leadership status into a written update. And when the circle runs over twice in 1 week, cut attendees before you cut the practice. One last check. If tomorrow's stand-up were canceled, would anything actually get stuck? If the honest answer is no, you are not running a stand-up. You are attending one. Next on how work works. Product manager versus project manager. 2 jobs and 2 maps. Subscribe if you want the rail before the ritual.